lifestyle. Now, here are your hosts, Chardell Moore and Christina Denny.
Welcome back. So downsizing your home can certainly be intimidating, especially when you've been in the same place for a while. I know we all keep accumulating things.
I agree, but there are some things you could do to make the process easier and efficient. Janelle Williams is here to tell us how. Janelle!
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be
I
here.
know.
Of course, this is important because I know we all have way too much stuff, don't we? Yes, that's us. So let's get into, we're going to make this as easy as possible.
Right.
What are the reasons we should downsize, first of all?
So there are many different reasons why people choose to downsize. You know, older adults choose to downsize because they are empty nesters and they don't need as much space. If homes can normally be a lot of maintenance and a lot to upkeep, and so maybe they don't want to take on that sort of stuff anymore, and that can be overwhelming. And the third reason, which a lot of us choose to downsize, is to really reduce costs. Owning a bigger home, you know, can take on a lot when it comes to bills and different things like that. So really downsizing can actually cut costs when it comes to downsizing.
Yes. So Janelle, give us the tips. How do we start this entire process, which can be very intimidating?
It can. If we try to jump in, we don't even know where to start. So you're going to help us.
Yeah, so the first thing I always suggest to everyone is to create a plan. And really in creating a plan, you have to look at the space that you're going to. When you're moving from a bigger space to a smaller space, you cannot take everything with you, and so you've got to look at that space and see the things that you can take with you and you can't. For instance, if you're moving from a space that maybe has 2 dining room spaces, you're going to have to get rid of one of those dining room sets, so you might have to sell it or donate it or maybe give it to a relative of yours.
But Janelle, that can be so hard sometimes.
I know, but you really have to. You have to
Literally.
do it because you can't take everything with you. So really creating a plan for that space and looking at the space that you're moving into is going to be extremely helpful when you're thinking about downsizing. And the second thing is to declutter. You must declutter. And when I work with clients, I tell clients to, when they are decluttering, to put items in 3 categories. That is your keeping category, your donating or selling category, and obviously the category to discard. And really putting those items into those 3 categories makes it really easy for you to decipher what things you need to keep and what things you need to throw away. And obviously creating a space that is really low maintenance. Once you move into that new space, you know, not adding too many things into the space. And when you declutter, you kind of organize a little bit, so it's going to be easier for you when you're making that transition to downsizing.
See, Janelle, when you explain it that way, it's not
so easy.
You make it sound so easy. It's not as overwhelming, because I know for me sometimes to throw something away, it's just like...
Right, especially when you're emotionally attached to something.
Yeah.
Are there certain things that we should absolutely keep or absolutely get rid of? How do we kind of make that distinction if we're on the edge?
Well, clearly, if you're going to be using something on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, that is something that you need to keep. It's things that are duplicates. If you have a ton of something, maybe too many, a lot of bath towels, or maybe kitchen items like pots and frying pans and things like that, those are things that you may not necessarily need to use on a regular basis, so those are things that you can discard of quickly. I think things that you can sell and donate, look through your clothing. If you have clothing, shoes, jewelry, or even decor that you think is in great condition, then take those items to a consignment shop or have a garage sale. And whatever you don't sell from those, from either the consignment shop or from the garage sale, those are things that you need to donate.
Thank you for these tips,
Thank
Janelle.
you so much. Okay, we can do it now.
Notes.
We can do
I
it.
am taking notes. Janelle, I'm ready.
Thank you so much.
Ready.
Check out her website for more.
Always good times with Janelle.
I know, and downsizing is important.
Very important.
We'll be right back with our Motivational Minute.
Stay with us, guys.